what's up? What's up? And welcome to the Arthur Moats Experience. I'm Arthur Moats, and you know what time it is. Ladies and gents, got a good one, a fun one planned today. Shout out to everybody that is here and that will be joining us as we get this thing rolling, man. Was it the 21st day of May and all this other good stuff, man? But shoot, we know right now, man, we have I guess votes that are currently happening that are wrapping up in terms of obviously we talk about rule proposals, right? Tush Push, the Olympics, all those things, man. Got to talk about that because we have clarity, we have information, and that's the exciting part about it. Also, got a chance to catch it with the homie TG, Terence Garvin. Ended up getting him on camera earlier today, man. So we'll obviously be able to have him seeing his face and all the good visuals. Like I said, man, at 2:00, man, when he is joining us. Like I said, super excited about that, though, man. Always good to talk to the homie and see the homie and obviously bring that to the congregation. So shout out to each and every one of y'all as well. And, you know, we got also Memorial Weekend coming up, man. So, you know, definitely excited for all of the festivities, the vibes, and, you know, just taking some time to kick back with the folks, man. So looking forward to all of that. But with that being the case, man, what y'all getting into today, man? What's on the docket, man? Well, let's see. Did have something that I wanted to start us off with, but let me see who we got popping in here on the early portion today. I see the homie Ethan Leach hit us with the It's Showtime. You know what time it is? Absolutely it's showtime, man. You know we can't start the show without having a little fun with it, though. All right. And yeah, I still don't know what's going on with you. I see your chat down here. I don't know what your name is. I know the face though, but yeah, it's weird. Your name never shows up anymore. I don't know what you've done, man. I don't know what that is. That is interesting though, man. But anywho, and Brandon Griffin says it is the final week of school for the children, man. Shout out to y'all. We still got 2 more weeks up here. All right, they get out the first week of June, but we in that good space right now, man, where it's like, all right, baby, we winding down. 1 or 2 assignments left. Let's get this thing rolling. And then I'm going to have a graduate. I'm going to have a high school graduate. Man, I ain't ready for that. Still to this day, I'm just like, how do we get here? Like, I remember how it started, but how do we get here? So, yeah, man, don't rush me on that one just yet. But shout out to you, though, baby. Shout out to you. Got Wendy Johnson tapping into the building too. Shout out to you. Always good to see you. And Craig Ellis says he has a graduate coming up as well. Well, congrats to your little one also, man. And yeah, it's crazy, man. Listen. What up, Jules? Shout out. He says he see them gray hairs most. Yes. All right. This is called children. This is called them getting ready to graduate. I thought it was crazy when baby girl started driving. All right. Y'all remember seeing some of the videos I would put on the channel where I was taking her, teaching her how to drive at the studio parking lot for when we do the Steelers Nation radio. And even with that, I was just like, yo, how did we get here? I literally remember teaching you how to ride your bike without training wheels. Now you're driving. Now it's like, are you about to graduate and be in college? Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be okay with this. All right. She's still my baby. I'm like, yo, I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you're accomplishing in life. You're still just my baby. All right. You're my baby. So that's how I look at it, man. But yeah, dude, life is hitting fast. Crazy, man. But at the same time, it lets us know that we're doing something kind of right. You know what I mean? I don't know if we got it all the way right, because usually I got it all the way wrong, but got something going right. All right. Because she progressing. So shout out to the little one right there, man. But yes, man. Yes. And shout out to you, Steelers Girl 808. Appreciate the congrats on that. And Rashawn Jones. Yeah. Like I said, man, y'all can see me with my RMU stuff. I've been wearing my Robert Morris University stuff. It's different. I'm like, yo, I ain't had another university on me in forever that I'm rocking. And yeah, I'm rocking the RMU stuff, man. So shout out what they say. Let's go, Bobby Moe. Yeah, man. But in the words of Wendy Johnson, in fact, I'm going to put that on the screen because I like what Wendy. Oh, nope, not that one. I like what Wendy's energy is right here. Congratulations to all the graduates. Absolutely, man. Man, all the high school graduates that are out there. We know college. You have college graduations as well. Shoot, I'm supposed to actually speak at a graduation tomorrow. So shout out to the graduates of the world. All right. Shout out to the graduates, man. Yeah, man. But it is definitely that time of year, man. You know. ending one chapter and getting ready for the next one, man. It's always pretty cool, though, to take some time to just appreciate the success, appreciate the progress, man. Smell those flowers, so to speak, right? So definitely cool, man. Definitely cool. But like I said, man, with that being the case, we do have plenty that we want to talk about, man, in terms of these NFL rules and stuff that are taking place and getting voted upon, man. So like I said, we will get to that. And like I said, got the homie Terence Garvin tapping in at 2:00 with us on camera. Definitely excited for that one. Also, man, like I said, I updated the merchandise on Teesprings, right? You see all the merchandise whenever the YouTube videos pop up, or if you're on the channel, you'll see it down below the videos. We updated that with the new logo stuff, man. So tap into that. You see some of the shirts, the hoodies, and different things available to you. It's just, something to consider. All right. And then also, we are officially official. I think we're in that safe space where we might go ahead and now do that 50,000 giveaway. All right. We were supposed to have done it 2 times. All right. But you know how YouTube was getting. It was like we got to 50K and then we went away from 50K. Then it got to 50,000 and 100, and then it went back below 50,000. All right. It was kind of a weird space we were going in with the transition and everything. But now it looks like we've settled in a little bit. All right. So potentially next week, man, or the week after, man, do that 50K giveaway, man. Got to start, making sure that we appreciate y'all for appreciating the channel the way that y'all do, and all of the old and new faces that you all have been seeing, man. Like I said, the way that y'all have interacted with the content, the new people that have popped up, the guys with expanded roles, man, I appreciate it. They appreciate it. But more importantly, we got to make sure that you know that we appreciate y'all, man. So I do like to do giveaways. You already know that, man. So like I said, man, now that we're in the clear, all right, I think we're in the good. I think we should just continue on our trajectory now. Yeah, I think we're in a safe space to do the 50,000 subscriber giveaway. All right, so stay tuned for that one, most definitely. All right, let's see. Oh, I missed this. Shout out to Dante Edwards, man. Hey, man, whenever you got something like that, man, we shout that out. That's big time positive. He says, my daughter just graduated yesterday. Shout out to Dante Edwards, and congratulations to your daughter on graduating yesterday, man. That's big time right there. Like I said, man, anything positive like that, we're going to take some time to salute you on that one. All right. But let's see. Oh, and I like what you talking about, Dante Edwards. I might come back to that. All right. Might have to come back to that one. Well, actually, you know what? Since you done brought it in on the front end, we're going to do this as a pseudo intro. All right. I ain't all the way intro just yet. We just warming up to it. But he's asking, do we make the playoffs this year? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Let him know in the comment section. Shoot, I could have just put the poll in. I could have just done that. All right. You rather I do that? I'd much rather just put the poll in, But that is interesting, though, man. If y'all think that we will make the playoffs this year or not, I'm going to sit with the TBD. You know how that goes, man. Shoot. Can I get like 2 more months to see what this quarterback situation is first? It's a hard yes if Rodgers is a quarterback. I'm leaning heavy yes, but I'm cautious if no Rodgers at quarterback, because a lot more things have to go perfect. But let's see. All right, how do people respond? And I see, okay. I'm seeing some ones pull up in here. But yeah, Dante, I like this energy. You know what? I'm going to just put the poll in early. I might leave this poll in for a while too, just because I like the mindset with this question. Okay. But y'all can still engage in terms of dropping 1s and 2s in the comment section while we over here waiting on me to tap in and get this poll oiled up and ready to go. All right. So do the Steelers make the playoffs in 2025? Question mark. And then simply yes or no. Do the Steelers make the playoffs in 2025? All right. Baby oil. No, not included. Poll inserted though. All right. So here we go. Do got that in there. So shout out to y'all. That will be we'll just leave that up throughout the show, man. We're going to just look over there, peep in on every once in a while, say, okay, how do people feeling about the poll? But shout out to Dante Edwards, man, because he promoted, or he got us on this convo right here, man. So shout out to you, Dante. But yeah, we're going to find out, man. We're going to find out. Now, Rashawn Jones, he says, I think if it's Mason, okay. Or, I don't know who the or was. It says, will the Steelers get there? Okay, all right. So if you think if it's Mason, then make it all right. Cool. Shout out to my man then. All right. Hey, Somber, don't you start that today, man. We feeling good. We were off the top rope with it, all right? We ain't got time to wait, man. All right? You know this, man. Come on. Poll is in, though. Poll is in, and it so far so good though. So far so good. All right, but it's still a little early. It's like I said, we'll leave that up there, man, and let it vibe off for a little bit, man. And then we did get a super that came in here also, man. So like I said, man, let me go ahead and I want to go ahead and start it then how we always do, because I like what you're doing right here. I like this on the front end. So let's go ahead and do this. All right. I'm going to tap in on this first one from What's Jules, and then from there, we'll start the show like how we always do, all right? So y'all dropping in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way I can give that big boy shout out to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture, all right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Get these shout outs rolling real quick, man, because I seen the super come in and I'm ready to talk about it. All right. I know how you feeling over there, What's Jules. I know how you feeling. All right. But let's see. We got the homie Jaron, Pittsburgh Steelers for life in the 559, Visalia, California. And he says, happy to make another trip around the sun. Congratulations to all the graduates and family. So that means happy birthday to you as well, man. Shout out to you, Jeremy. I hope you are enjoying your day to day and more importantly, this new year that you started to go around the sun, man. But most definitely congratulations to all the graduates and their families. We know it's a ton of sacrifice, ton of hard work and everything in between that goes into a person graduating, man, and completing that journey. So we definitely don't take that lightly, man. Big celebration to all them people, man. Rod Dollars in the 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Mr. Sherilyn, you know what time he's on. Brandon Griffin in Greenville, South Carolina, the 864. Shout out to the 864. Cookie Monster in the 610. Red in PA. Shout out to Red in PA. Timmy Turner in Penn Hills. Shout out to Penn Hills as well. And of course, we got the homie Mike Matizik in the 732. Hazlet, New Jersey. And he says it's the United States Marine Corps Veteran. May is Military Appreciation Month. So shout out first off to the United States Marine Corps veteran. You already know my pops was Marine as well, man. So always simplify for the gang. But yes, man, shout out to Military Appreciation Month. We also just had next month, the Army's birthday is coming up as well, if I remember correctly, man. So yeah, it's that time, man. It's that time. But like I said, man, we always appreciate the service members. Without y'all, we don't get to do what we love to do. So always big time salute and big ups to any service member. Yes, indeed. Dante Edwards, who has the poll. He promoted the poll today. All right. Shout out Dante Edwards tapping into Chicago and Ragu. Shout out to Ragu from Myrtle Beach. Shout out, man. Hopefully it's nice in Myrtle Beach. It was like Myrtle Beach-esque weather like 3 days ago up here, and then it went cold, and then it's been like raining, like crazy rain. So yeah, eventually we get back to that nice weather. All right. I snuck out and golfed on that one day. It was Monday. Yeah, Monday was nice. I golfed that day. It's been raining and cold ever since though. All right. So shout out. And I do see you 822 Living Legend in the Hill District, the 15219. Drop the area code if you know. And Ragu says it is 91 degrees in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina right now. So shout out to that. And I will end the shout outs with the homie Justin Gordon, who's tapping into the 213 West Adams, Los Angeles. I like it. And so far, man, the poll, 91% are saying that the Steelers will make the playoffs this season. All right. We don't know who the quarterback is right now outside of Mason, Will Howard, Skylar Thompson, but 91% of the people that have voted thus far have said they think the Steelers make the playoffs this year. All right. So we're going to keep that poll in. Like I said, man, we're going to show some stamina today with the poll. All right. So we feeling good on it, man. We feeling real good about it. But let's tap in because we do have a super chat that came in on the front end. So let me get to that one. There it is. Shout out to the homie. What up, Jules? He says, I've seen comparisons between Will Howard and Josh Allen. And he asked me specifically, what you think about it? Well. What do I think about it? I think it's low-hanging fruit. Big, athletic quarterback, big arm. So you find the two best versions of that, and we just instantly say, yeah, he plays like him. And that's why you've heard Josh Allen and Ben Roethlisberger be the people that have been mentioned the most in terms of who he is in terms of his professional comp. I'm not the biggest fan of that because those are two absolute unicorns. I mean, when you talk about Josh, There isn't a lot of Josh Allens walking this earth, man, let alone that we've seen played at that level at the NFL level. Ben Roethlisberger, very similar conversation. We talk about 7. It's like, yo, these are 7 future, like in a year, not even that, first ballot Hall of Fame type. And then Josh Allen, we're saying is more than likely to be a Hall of Famer as well. To me, I'm just cautious putting those type of comparisons on that type of player because now anything he does, we're comparing it to greatness. Anything he does, we're looking and saying, well, hey, man, your comp was this player. You need to be like that. I'm just like, bro, find another name, man. Find another name, man. I'm a Will Howard fan, man. I think that he's going to play well. I think he's going to do really good. But I think that we also have to give him time to develop into that. When we throw these comparisons out there, we don't give him time to develop into that. So all the growing pains, to me, I think it makes it a lot louder on him because the expectations are going to be Josh Allen and Ben Roethlisberger. You catch what I'm saying? Like, I'd much rather you throw up, man, he's like Mason Rudolph and Will Levis. You know what I mean? Like, give me that. Like, let's overcome that. And then let's get to the next step, man. Because I just think, man, when you start, it's no different with Chase Claypool, prime example. Chase Claypool comes into the league, right? First year, we're like, yo, you look good. You check out a ton of boxes. And they was like, yo, he's kind of like Megatron. We'll call him Mapletron. It's like, bro, what? It's like, yeah, he's just like Megatron. He's big, he's fast. It's just like Megatron. He's like, no. Just because you're big and fast and you play wide receiver does not mean that you're Megatron, man. Like, when you compare that player to that, it's a lot. And think about when we look at Claypool. It was like, hey, bro. They start talking about, man, can he stay up? Why he keep slipping all the time, man? What's up with his cleats, man? Once again, when you start comparing them, it's like, bro, we got to chill on these big comparisons like that, man. But to me, I think Will Howard presents a lot of positive, man. Like I said, his arm, his athleticism, at least collegiately, it looks like it should translate. It looks like that should be something that he can develop into with the hopes that, yes, in a perfect world and everything goes right for him and he reaches his Final Four, yes, maybe those are the finished versions of that. Maybe he never gets to that. But I'm just, like I said, just real cautious about those, man. I'm just like, yo, we got to go with that. That's like if a running back comes out right now, we're like, yeah, he's like Saquon Barkley. Yo, what? He's like, who? No, he might look like a nice running back that wears 26 like Saquon, but he don't look like Saquon Barkley. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I look at it, man. All right, so just easy. Maybe I'm old school. Yeah, you seen I got the gray hairs, right? Maybe that's why I feel like that, all right? Maybe it's the gray hairs in me. It's the old guy in me that makes me say, hold on, hey, don't put that comparison on. Don't put that comp on him, all right? Just let him get the first thing first, all right? And if he plays well enough, man, eventually the conversations will happen naturally. When Lamar Jackson first came out of Louisville, yes, we were talking about him, but we weren't comparing him to Michael Vick. Not year one. I remember that happening once he started to, oh, you got that first MVP? Like, oh, all right, maybe it is Vic. Like, you like that now. And now we don't look at it and feel like, oh, he's less than. It's like, oh, all right, this makes sense. Like, let's see. But imagine if day one we're like, yo, he's supposed to be Michael Vick. It's like, yo, that's going to be tough. Tough, man. The same, man, if you comparing a quarterback coming out to Cam Newton, you're like, yo, it'd be Cam Newton. He's like, hey, bro, Superman was Superman for a reason, baby, all right? So let these dudes develop, man. Let these dudes get a little bit of time before we throw the big, like Final Form 1% of the 1% on them. All right. Just my perspective on it, man. But shout out what's up, Jules, man. Shout out what up, Jules. All righty. Then we had another super came in for the homie Justin Gordon. And he says, playoffs for show. Regardless of quarterback, we got Coach Tomlin. And that, my friend, is where I have a lot of my confidence, a lot of my belief. Okay. I look at it. I simply say, yeah, if we have him at the helm, we're always going to be in a position to be in that final last 2 weeks. We got a chance to either get a spot or mess around and win a division, just depending on how the other teams do. Right. We know this past couple of years, man, the way Baltimore's kind of jetted out on everybody. It's been a little weird with it, but we know we're always in those conversations, and that's been regardless of any of these quarterbacks that we've had post-Ben. So, yeah, I agree with you, man. If Coach T is here, man, we good. As long as he here, man, we got us a chance, man. You better believe it. But at the same time, I don't just have this preconceived notion that Mason isn't going to play well if Mason gets the opportunity. I'm honestly excited if he does, because of the fact that he hasn't had the offseason where we leaned into him, where we actually give him a chance and see if he can truly grow into what we drafted him to do back when we drafted him. Was that 2018? I want to say it was 2018 we drafted him, third round. It's like, man, we saw in 2019 he got the opportunity to play, and that was largely due to the injury that happened in 7. And with that first impression, it gave us a bad impression, right? We was like, hey, bro, we didn't see you with your helmet on, face mask off. We didn't see you with your helmet not on, getting hit by your helmet from Myles Garrett. We had Duck Hodges come in here at one point and give us some excitement, win some games as well. And it had people really just kind of looking at Mason as an afterthought. Man, look, man, we saw you. You had your first opportunity. You failed. We're done. But he stayed patient. He stayed in the lab and he kept working. And then when he got that opportunity a couple of years later, right, when Kenny is injured, Mitch isn't playing the best, Mason gets the chance and Mason lights it up, man, down the stretch, wins multiple games, looks good in multiple games. And that ultimately put him in position to get the contract to go to Tennessee. Now, Tennessee, once again, you're competing with the Will Levis. You're not the man down there. But we understand that you did what you did. You had some moments where you did look good. And then you had some moments where it's a little bit inconsistent. But you played well enough that brought him back here with more compensation. And now, to me, I think we have so much more information on Mason. I think we have a lot more perspective on Mason that gives us a better understanding of who he is and what he does well and what he doesn't do well. But also, because we've seen him produce in games, we don't feel as if, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world that Mason has to go out there. Nah, we've seen him have success before now, and specifically in the black and gold. So I think that's the part that, even though coordinator-wise is different with Arthur Smith being here, you still feel good about Mason Rudolph being able to operate in the black and gold, operate under Coach Tomlin, and understanding still a lot of his former teammates are still on the roster right now, man. So that's the thing for me, man, that I'm still, I can understand that thought process. And that's why I said what I said about my confidence level of us making the playoffs with Rodgers and my confidence level of us making the playoffs without Rodgers. I just think that the margin for error is a lot smaller, but you can still have a ton of success if we do it the right way, which we know under Coach Tomlin, he does. So shout out to that one, man. You already know the drill. To hit the like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel. Take a sip of, I'm still on my Cool Blue pack, all right? Shout out to the Cool Blue Gatorade. Super tasty, too. Nice and chilly. Alrighty. Let's see. Shout out to Mike Hood. And this one, his name is slightly cut off just because of, like I said, how much he put in the chat. But shout out to you for that, man. We do appreciate you. He says, what up, Mr. Moats? Even John Gruden said he reminds him of those guys, size, speed, strength, but also said now he has to go prove it. Nothing is given. We will at minimum be in the playoffs. Salute to the chat. No, shout out to John Gruden. And like we said, if we're looking and saying this is what you can be in terms of the best case scenario, yes. But once again, we just breeze past the best case scenario part, and now it becomes that's who we compare them to on every single time we see them. And if it doesn't look like those dudes, then everything is not good enough. I'm just saying from that perspective, that is not what you want to put on Will Howard, because if that's the expectation that you have for Will Howard, you are going to be feeling like he's coming up short more times than not, especially early on. I just think that, man, when you're seeing Ben, when you're seeing Josh, these dudes, man, now 7 came in and he, even with him, you still had a lot of the running game and defense, but he still had his moments, right? And then we saw him year 2, year 3, boom, now he's on the scene, right? Same with Josh. It was like, yo, you had moments, but it still took some time to get to that. It's like, that's all. But we will see with it, man. We will see. But shout out. Oh, and Somber's on the Cool Blue Gatorade trend. I see you, Somber. He says, yo, that Cool Blue in the 64 ounce fire. Yes, indeed. All right. All righty. So let's see. Let's go ahead and maybe tap in on this here first topic. Let me hit that like thing right there. All righty. But yeah, man, first topic we got to talk about is the Olympics. All right, shout out to the NFL voting to officially allow their players to play in the Olympics, man, the 2028 Olympics that will be held in Los Angeles. And they're specifically talking about flag football. We know that that's going to be the first time that flag football is an Olympic sport. And with NFL players, we obviously know how we feel about football in general. This was something that dudes were going to be excited about, the potential opportunity to represent their country, or at least compete to represent their country. And the NFL voted that, yeah, they will allow players to play. You're only allowed one player per NFL team, though, all right, to actually get on a roster or to compete for a spot. So meaning you wouldn't be able to have JPJ and DK Metcalf on the Flag Olympics team because they're both in the black and gold. Only one of those guys will be able to play in the Olympics. All right. And that's how it is around the league. They also put in little caveats. For example, they expect a minimum standard of the field to be comparable to NFL minimum standards for playing surfaces. They have talked about they're going to look for certain medical staff requirements for the players, very similar to what they're allotted as NFL players. They're also looking into adding. They already added. They said they're going to have salary cap, almost like salary cap insurance. So if one of your players gets hurt, you'll get a credit on their cap for that season, so that way it doesn't kill you if you're missing a $20 or $30 million, wide receiver, corner, quarterback. You'll get a credit for that player. So that part is interesting as well, because obviously we know when you're talking about, NFL players doing non-NFL things, typically under our contract, we get in trouble for that, right? If you get hurt, your contract can be viewed as null and void solely because of you doing something non-football, right? Or not even non-football, not mandatory football. Okay. And that has happened plenty of times, man. If you know, you know. But to me, man, I like this opportunity a lot, man. Number one, it's one thing to win a championship, and that's the ultimate goal. And we always talk about that in terms of being on a team. But there's another thing, man, when you're talking about winning a gold medal, winning a medal to represent your country. Like, we talk about that pride, and I know me. I was a sucker for the Olympics this year, man. Seeing LeBron pull up like Captain America on the boat. Oh, man. I say, I need a moment like that. Oh, I would have loved to have a moment like that, man. But that's the cool thing, though, man, that I'm seeing right now with this, approval of NFL players being able to participate. Now, it still doesn't mean that, all of these guys are going to just come over and start playing flag football and dominate and be great at it, because the rules are going to matter. Which version are we getting when we're talking about the flag football rules? Because we've seen flag football that looks like 7-on-7, and then we've seen the true traditional sense of flag football, which is like we talked about when I was we talked about on Monday's show, right? When I was doing the girls flag football championship, you got the one person that's a designated rusher off the line of scrimmage. You have the certain rules in terms of where you can pitch the ball to, laterals and stuff like that. That's different. Now, if we're going to go that route, I do think that for these NFL players, they're going to have to take some time to actually get acclimated to that, because the field is different, the rules different, and the pace of play is also very different. To me, I'm eager to see how many of the dudes, number one, want to do it. I think a lot of them are, though. And then number two, like I said, with the new rules, which rules are we getting? Are we getting true flag rules? Or are we getting this we're just playing 7-on-7 with flags? Because if it's 7-on-7 with flags, then flag football guys really aren't going to stand a chance at making this roster. But if they're doing true flag rules, which is what we're seeing, like I said, with girls flag football and with some of the guys, man, that play flag football professionally, if that's the case, it could get interesting, man, with some of these rosters. But I just think there's so many avenues, man, that we can go in terms of the game expanding, in terms of the game growing with this right here, man. Because when you start having your stars represent your country, man, you start talking about winning world championships, that expands it, because now you're going to get kids in other countries wanting to play. You're going to get, people in other parts of the world, or even in America, man, that who maybe are on the fence about their child playing football. And it's like, well, hey, you don't have to play the tackle version. We can play the flag version, guy or girl. To me, I think that that's an exciting thing, man. And it is going to continue to help the game grow. But yeah, man, I'm trying to see, man, if we're talking black and gold specifically, y'all let me know in the comment section. Who would y'all want to represent the black and gold or Team USA Olympics flag football roster? All right. Because I'm over here thinking, I'm like, okay, all right. Do I want an offensive guy? Do I want a defensive guy? Because DK Metcalf would be a heck of a player out there, right? Big speed, could go up and get it. Family friendly. The kids love him. I'm like, I can see DK sending DK out there. Rod Dollar brings up Calvin Austin as a potential guy. Calvin Austin would be absolute fire. You know the speed that he plays with, man. An absolute demon out there with it, man. I do think, though, that, we want athletic. We want speed. I even thought Patrick Queen. I'm like, Patrick Queen gonna be able to run with anything out there, gonna be able to cover anything that's coming out that backfield over there. I look at PQ as a potential option, man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Rod Dollar also brought up Jaylen Warren. Shout out to Jaylen Warren. Okay. David Decker says, what about fire move? Yeah, because it's the other part, man. So Somber, I saw Somber ask, man, is it current roster? To me, I think it's even harder for a guy that has not been playing football to come out here and hop on this Olympic team, because you're not just dealing with your NFL guys, you're also dealing with XFL, or not XFL, UFL, any of the collegiate guys that are out there as well. And like I said, it's dudes that do flag football full time. Like, this is all they do. They travel the world, travel the country, playing flag football. If you're not accustomed to that and you're not training and trying to be the best in the world actively, I think that, you're going to be sadly mistaken when you go out there and compete with some of these killers, man. All right. Because it's different. It's different. But, Steelers Nation on fire, bringing up Peyton Wilson. That's a fire option right there. Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen, JPJ, those three jump off the board to me because of how their game is. Minka, I'm back and forth on. I think Minka could definitely do it. I think Minka still wants to have that physical part to his game, though. You know what I mean? Like, he could want to thump something, man. But let me think. But, offensively, though, DK is the guy that stands out to me, man. Muth, I like the Muth option as well. Jaylen Warren for certain. But Calvin Austin, man. Calvin Austin, he's going to be able to stretch the field, bro. He's going to be able to stretch the field. Now, I need to also know, do I need my guys on, that are playing, do they got to go both ways? Or is it just you play on offense and you going to play on defense, Because if you follow flag football, like I said, man, I got some dudes that really do flag. Like, that's their thing. They play both sides of the ball, offense and defense. So I want to look into that as well, man. I definitely want to look into that. But hey, I'm excited. Oh, shout out to this one. X-Concepts. Yeah, the new guy. All right. Shout out to a new corner. Was that Brandon Echols, if I remember correctly, man? Yeah, we obviously got him from he was with the Jets. That's what he was. I was like, where was he at before this? Yeah, over with the Jets, man. But yeah, all right. Shout out to Brandon Echols. You saying super athletic? Yeah, we know he could cover, man. Do some return man stuff as well. So, all right. Okay. And I'm seeing a Corey Trice get mentioned in here. All right. Brandon Clark bringing up Kenneth Gainwell as a potential option to represent the black and gold in the Olympics. I like this, man, because like I said, it could only be one guy. All right. So you got to ask yourself, do you want to go offense or defense? Who's going to represent us, man? Tom J said with flag football players, they usually play both sides, and that's what I'm familiar with as well. But we're going to see. We're going to see, man, in terms of, how they want to structure it. But I'm excited for it, though, man. I think it's a cool opportunity for professional athletes to get a chance to represent their country. I think it's cool to get a chance to win a gold medal, man. I want to go see, hey, man, we say you're the best in the world for a reason, right? Now you get a chance to actually go prove it. Like, it, but now you get to go prove it. Oh, man. And granted, it's not full on proving it because we ain't got the pads out there. The Rydell's, the Palminelli's getting activated, but still going to be a blast, man. Getting a chance to go out there, run around, man. And, represent and do it the way they're supposed to, man. But dude, we got some guys, man. We definitely got some guys, man. Heck yeah. I see them bringing up Dante Kent in the chat, man. We obviously, that was our the second seventh round draft pick that we had got out of Central Michigan. Yeah, the corner / return man. To me, the speed element is key, right? Speed, man, especially when you're talking about flag, just because of the spacing out there. But also, man, if you can go up and dunk on somebody, that game that travels, right? So that's why you heard me say DK, because I'm like, that's big speed. That's why DK gets $100 million, because there are not a lot of dudes that are 6'4", can jump with a 40-inch vertical and still hit you with a 4.3 40. Like, that's what DK does, man. So yeah, I like it though, man. Shoot. And if we talking league-wide, with some names. Some Justin Jeffersons, some Jamar Chases out there, some Pat Surtains out there, some dudes out there, right? There's some dudes out there. I wonder which running back. If we went league-wide, I think I'm going Saquon or McCaffrey if he's healthy. Yeah. But we got some dudes, though, man. It's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. It is definitely a vibe. All right. But you already know the drill, man. Don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel and enjoying what we are on, baby. Hey, Tom J say, yo, them tall players are going to work against everybody except Sudan. Nah, hey, you see how Sudan looked out there on that basketball court this year versus Brown and them boys, man. All right, Sudan, they say, we ain't playing with y'all, man. Because I think of Sudan, I think of Germany. Germany going to have some height out there. And this is the other thing, as it pertains to the Olympics. They did say that for the players, you can play for your home country also. So you think about how the game has continued to evolve and how, we have people that represent a lot of other countries playing in the NFL. You also get the opportunity, if you wanted to represent your home country, man. So I don't know all of our nationalities and all of the crossovers in between that, but that also, opens up potential changes in the avenue. All right. So shout out. And shout out to X Concepts, man. He says, awesome concept, man. That was fun, man. I appreciate you on that one, man. I try every once in a while, man, try to have a little something different over here, man. And I figured it was cool to just, talk about who we would want to represent us. And that's what we got to do, man. All right. Because this is the first time we've ever had this. Like I said, man, you should represent the Olympics, bro. The Olympics, I guess. Oh, shout out to Brandon Clark. Granted, this is a part of the league-wide version, but yeah, Travis Hunter for sure. For sure. You feel great about him in a flag football scenario. And on top of that, from an NFL standpoint, that's one of your young faces now, man. Talking about the top pick, man. One of the top picks in this year's draft. Heisman Trophy winner, young cat, man. Generational talent. 1,000%, man. 1,000%. He goes. Yeah. Ooh, now Somber says he wants ankle breakers over speed. Or he says he wants ankle breakers with speed over height. Still got to pull that flag. No, I'm with you on that, except when we just simply say, bro, run 40 yards downfield, and I'm going to throw this ball up into the corner of the end zone. In DK, you're going to go to the 13th floor while you're leaving all these little fast dudes on the 9th floor. That's specifically what I'm referring to, baby. Yeah. All that little cute jitterbug stuff looks nice until that man say, I'm going up to rare air, right? That's why we say big speed. It hit a little different. But the ABs of the world, right? The Steve Smiths of the world, the smaller, tough dudes that can weave in and out, man, we love them. But yeah, I mean, you want Jamar Chase or you want Justin Jefferson? Both dudes are amazing. Both dudes are going to give you problems that day. But which one do you prefer? Yeah, I know I love me Jamar Chase. That's my favorite receiver. But I still would go Jefferson just because it's more quarterback friendly. Once again, I don't have to be perfect at quarterback. Throw it up. I can make you right. So I like that part of it, man. I like that. But that's the other part, man. When we talk about personal preferences with it, we all have what we're looking for, man. Some people might go out there with all big bodies. Some people might go out there with all little bodies. I love it, though, man. And like I said, it's exciting because it's something new, too, man. So shout out. All right. Let's see. Let's get to this next one real quick, man. Because we do got about 20 minutes before we're going to tap with the homie TG. All right. But we had some voting going on with said Tush Push. Shout out to the Tush Push. All right. Because they was trying. They was trying to get rid of it. Thought it was the last of a dying breed. But it looks like it's got some lifeline. Beep. 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 It's still alive. Beep. 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 So that's I kind of like it and I kind of don't. Me and TG, like I said, we recorded earlier, but it was funny. We were talking it out, and it was obviously right when this was finalizing who was gonna get it, if they were gonna vote yay or nay, and it comes like right in the middle of it. So it's gonna be funny, man, when y'all see that later on, when me and TG are talking. But to me, man, the Tush Push being allowed to remain in the game, I think I personally like it because I'm an ultimate competitor. I don't want you to take it away because I can't stop it. I want to figure out a way to stop it. Like, that's just always my energy with it, man. And I think that we're the best in the world, and not just physically the best in the world. I think mentally, the way that we can scheme and go through the process of troubleshooting to get the answers, I feel like we're the best in the world at that in this particular field, right? Which is the National Football League. So for them to have wanted to just, take it out just because of, hey, man, it's very tough to stop, it's almost impossible to stop, I just felt like it was a little bit weak to me, But at the same time, I get hey, bro, the numbers support it. The numbers say that this is such a one-sided play that, I mean, we've talked about how Philadelphia plays 10 to 15 plays more per game than any other team solely based on this type of stuff right here, where you're able to extend drives. Anytime it's anytime it's 4th and 2 or short, you're like, hey, bro, you know what this is, man. And that's the part where it's almost like it's too good. It's too consistently, successful. But I also think of the other side. I'm like, man, by doing this, by keeping it, part of me says, man, why don't every team just start to spam it? When you playing against Philly, if you don't want them to run the Tush Push, run it every play. Piss them off by making them have to stop it over and over and over and over. I don't think the viewers gonna like that though, per se. I think for viewers, y'all gonna be like, hey, bro, this is nasty. This is an ugly game, man. I think it might have to get to that for, Philly to stop running it, or for a league to say, all right, enough is enough. But I just, like I said, man, it's not an injury thing. I'm not looking and pointing to a ton of injuries off of this play, so I can't take it out for player health and safety. And like I said, from a competitive advantage standpoint, yeah, all right, cool. It is highly successful for you until it's not. So let's figure out the until it's not. How can we come up with an answer to this issue right here, man? But like I said, that's always my energy with a lot of problems. Like, man, why we got to run from that? Why can't we fix that? What you mean? You haven't thought of that perspective? Have you tried this yet? What about that? What if you thought of this way? You can do it that way, right? Like, I just think that if we take that approach to it, man, somebody's going to find a way. All right? Somebody. Heck, I always look at that Bills Josh Allen scenario, man, prior to the Chiefs AFC Championship game, right? You see Josh Allen 38 for 38 on quarterback sneaks. He gets into that game against the Chiefs and they stop him, was it 3-4 times? It can't happen. I'm just, but I get the Tush Push, the Eagles version. We're like, all right, bro, when are we seeing that one get stopped though? And sure, but still, man, we got to, man. We can't just be giving it away. Just, hey, take it off the plate, man. It's too tough. No, man. Let them go for a little bit, all right? Let them go. But y'all let me know your thoughts though on it, man. Would y'all have voted to ban the Tush Push? Or are y'all okay with the Tush Push being officially allowed to continue on? Like I said, I'm back and forth on it, man. Wholeheartedly, I'm back and forth. But let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. Ooh, that cool blue. Actually cool and cold. I drink cold blue. Sheesh. But definitely hitting the way I needed to hit, boy. Absolutely. Alrighty. Oh, so they saying we should keep it. Okay. All right, let me see. Now, Somber says he's okay with it. It's not fun to watch, but banning it would be soft in his opinion. I'm feeling you on that, man. Like I said, it's one thing if dudes are getting hurt. It's one thing if it's just something like where it's just, oh, they're cheating right here. But that's not the case. We're just saying that, man, we haven't figured out how to stop it just yet. But it will get stopped. At some point, it will get stopped. Yeah. All right, let's see. Leah Warren. Shout out to Leah Warren. She says it's annoying, but I wish we could do it as good as them. I'm okay with it. We need to get better at doing it. And that's my thing. I look at it and I say, man, if we're seeing Philadelphia do it and have this type of success, you're seeing Buffalo do it and have this type of success. Why are we waiting? Why aren't we going to that in short yardage? Baltimore has even went to that. And I get it if you don't want your quarterback to get hit, but Baltimore has shown you that they have an alternative, which is when they put Mark Andrews at quarterback and they allow him to do the sneak. So I don't see a big reason why we shouldn't also add that to our short yardage repertoire, because you see the success that it has. And I think if enough teams are doing it that way, then yeah, I think they'll go ahead and ban it because it'd just be getting out of control. But I think if we just leave it to exclusive to a handful of teams here and there, I think we're going to be missing out on something that could be helping us a lot more than hurting us per se. All right. Let's see. Ooh, now DM4191 says, if they keep the push, I want defense to have the ability to do something about it. And I think that that's the alternative. Maybe we start seeing linebackers push the D linemen down. That is only part of the equation, though, because when you think of the true sense of the tush push, the O-line is driving forward, but it's the ball carrier that is actually being pushed. So even if linebackers, I thought of this, right? If Patrick Queen were to push Cam Hayward, right, like the old school field goal block. When I was playing my first year in the league in 2010, we could line up behind big D linemen and two-hand shove them through the A and B gaps on field goal blocks. I remember, man, 6 foot, 246 pound Arthur Moats, jacked up, feeling strong and explosive as ever, pushing Marcus Stroud, Alex Carrington, and Terrell Troop, which were my three big body D tackles on every field goal block. And we got a ton of blocks, man. But then they banned it. They was like, yo, this isn't safe, man. You're putting a lot of strain and a lot of, it's a competitive advantage that you're having on the offensive lineman, right? In terms of the guards and tackles and stuff. So it was like, okay, I get that part. But now it's like, man, we're allowing the quarterback to be pushed, but him being pushed still pushes on that O-line, which is then giving you that extra over the top. So I'm with you on that, man. But there aren't it's not a ton of data that even supports this being a highly injured play or a high injury rate play. It's not like kickoff. It's not like special teams we talk about. There aren't it's concussions. It's this. So to me, I just don't see why more teams don't do it. But at the same time, that's the reason why I can understand from a defense standpoint why that might be something that they might add or you might want to try. But I still think logistically you're missing one other element. I'm like, all right, Patrick Queen push Cam Hayward, but then I still need Minka to go find ball, right? Somebody got to go get ball and it has to happen within 1 to 2 yards, right? So we'll see. We will see with that one, man. But yeah, this is, like I said, man, shout out to the Tush Push. It's still here, still surviving. Karth, this is the vibe right here. It needs something like Troy Polamalu to jump the line perfectly timed and tackle them before they can tush push. That was what you see the picture right here, right? This is Frankie Louvu, plays linebacker for the Washington Commanders. NFC Championship, Commanders versus Eagles. He tried that. He tried it multiple times and couldn't time it up right to the point where we know the referee said, hey, we're going to award them a touchdown if you keep attempting this. I think you will see that happen again at some point in time this year in the regular season. And I think that defender is going to make that official have to prove it. Make that official have to call that call, man. Make that official have to show that that's in the rule book. Otherwise, make them run a different play. They might score, but make them score in a different way. And I think that is something that you will potentially see as that thing continues to evolve. So I like your energy on that one, Karth. I definitely like it. And X-Concert says, it's impossible to defend. The Commanders showed that. that wasn't football. I could dig you, man. I could dig you. Unless Frankie Louis would have timed it up, though. And if he would have popped Jalen Hurts, I would have loved to see what that looked like. Because then we'd have got some real ammo, some real action. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So, yeah, man, it doesn't look the best. But here we are, though. Here we are. Tush Push is still here. I want us to add it to our call. All right, Arthur Smith, add the Tush Push to our call sheet. All right. Put Mason, let him run it, let Will Howard do it, man. If you want Move to do it, let Move do it, man. Like, get somebody out there. Let's run our version of the Tush Push, the Steel Push, right? This the Steel Beam coming out. Oh, here we go. Got the Steel Beam out. Like, I'm down for that, man. Yeah. But we will see, man. Maybe I'm on my own with that one. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all want the black and gold to add that now that, like you said, it's still allowed? Would you want the black and gold, the Pittsburgh Steelers this year, 2025, to add the Tush Push to their short yardage call sheet, whether that's from Darnell Washington, Pat Freiermuth, whether that's Will Howard, Mason Rudolph, I mean, any of these dudes, would you want the Steelers to add the Tush Push? Because like I said, man, I'm just like, yo, if you're going to allow it and we're saying the data supports it as being this much of a dominant play, if you're not running it, it's almost like you're malpractice, man. You hustling backwards. Yeah. Let's see. Shoot, Somber said it. Not adding it would be a mistake. Yeah. I'm just like, why haven't we done it? Little Warren says yes. And didn't we try it before, though? I think we tried a QB sneak at one point when Seven was here, got hurt, maybe, and that was why they stopped doing it, or why they stopped calling it with Todd Haley, and then we called it one time, post Todd Haley with Randy Fichtner, and I think it might have been the first game with Randy Fichtner as the OC. We called it, ran it, think we got it, and then we never did it again. So I don't know, but that was, like I said, just true QB sneak. It wasn't that wasn't Tush Push, where you have the guy behind you and stuff like that, man. Let's see. Oh, Mike Hood. He says, could use Darnell as the ball carrier with our new monster at fullback. I like that. Yeah, man. But I'm definitely like, yo, I would want to add that, man. I would definitely want to add that, man, to our call sheet. Oh, Bart Boscato says we did with Kenny Pickett. I don't remember it. We could have, though. We definitely could have, though. You're right. He didn't like fall, though. I don't know if that was Tush Push, though. I feel like that was still like regular QB sneak versus like true Tush Push, but I could be off. Now, I know Kenny ran his Tush Push and had success in Philadelphia this year. I do know that. So maybe we got to practice this on. Maybe that's the case. And I'm fine with that. But I think that's something that you call. I think that's something that you need to add. Like, you see this type of success is having, man. Yeah. But shoot, I'm getting one of them big type, man. Darnell Muth. If I don't want my quarterback to get hit, I'm the same way I see Mark Andrews do it for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm adding that thing, man. I'm definitely adding that thing, man. But shout out. Tush pushing it, man. It's craziness, though, man. It is absolutely crazy. Alrighty. But let's go ahead and... Oh, we got a couple minutes before it's TG time, but you already know the drill. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. And yes, Tom J, that's what it was. He fell on a banana. I was about to say, I remember him slipping and falling, man, when he had his scenario. Oh, wrong thing. Let me get that back real quick. He ain't ready just yet. But yeah, I'm with you on that one, man. Definitely with you. Everybody say he certain sled, man. And is that the homie AJ Martinez? Shout out to you, AJ, man. I missed you for a little while, man. Glad to see you in the building, man. It says 55, the one in podcast. The A now, always good. And yes, AJ Martinez, the homie TG. You will be seeing him. He will be here very, very shortly. Can't wait for the homie, man. God, like I said, man, good convo. Anytime we get a chance to tap in with my guy, defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University, all right? And we also got a shout out to the homie AJ Martinez, because in true AJ fashion, he comes in being an absolute rock star at life, paying it forward, gifting an upper room membership to the homie Corey Hewins. So, AJ Martinez, thank you for being a rock star at life. And to Corey Hewins, welcome to the Boom. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. Alrighty. But yeah, man. Good space we in right now, man. Good space we are in around the league with some of this cool, exciting stuff going on, man. Like I said, Tush Push, man. That's obviously been the big talk. We know that was the big topic that was getting voted on. Because shoot, man, when they voted on it, was it a month ago, 2 months ago? We obviously had to table it, right? They were split on it, but for them to come back, man, and ultimately allow it to continue on, man. Shout out to the Tush Push, man. Shout out to the Tush Push. Alrighty, but let's see. Oh, I almost forgot too. Let me. Can I be transparent for a second? I forgot I still had the poll in. All right. Sometimes we get distracted. All right. Sometimes we on a marathon, and while the marathon is happening, we forget that we got poll action. All right. So the poll has been in for a while now. It's actually been in for 46 minutes. Hopefully y'all not too sore over there. All right. But with the poll, 80%. All right. Because remember, the poll was asking, do the Steelers make the playoffs in 2025? We didn't say who was at quarterback. We just simply said, do the Steelers make the playoffs in 2025? The poll has been getting activated and been getting a lot of action. I'm seeing a lot of people interact and engage with the poll. Okay, shout out to y'all for that. Okay, but 80% says yes, the black and gold make the playoffs this year, regardless of who is at quarterback. Remember that. Regardless, it could be Ron, right? Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. Could be Mason, I Saved Christmas Rudolph. It could be OHIO, Will Howard, or that young kid that started a playoff game for the Miami Squish the Fish, Skylar Thompson. I like it, man. I like it. Let's go. All right. So I'm trying to think, man. Do I want to try to stand for a little bit longer? I just go ahead and pull out real quick, man. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Y'all want to leave it in or pull it out? Let me leave it in or pull out. All right. Let me know what the poll, though. All right. Because got a couple more minutes, man, before we hit up the homie TG. All right. But if y'all want me to leave it in, I can leave it in for a little bit longer. Okay. But either way, y'all let me know that thing. All right. And yes, X Concepts. Yes, you are absolutely right on that one, man. That poll most definitely has a mind of its own. All right. Gotta watch that thing. All right. Gotta watch that thing. Faux show. All right. Let's get it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's get ready to get the homie right there, man. Because like I said, we got to talk TG. All right. We got plenty to discuss with TG. Somber, don't you start with me, Somber. Don't you start this, Somber. Stop it. You supposed to be making a smiley face emoji, not that skull emoji. Smiley face. All right. I'm an innocent bystander. You know that. All right. Jeez. Man. And Bart Boscato, why you want to go there? It don't got to be no pause in the famous words of Richard Sherman's short curl undisputed. Pause. No. We ain't got time for all that, all right? We trying to win a championship here, okay? Trying to win a championship and it starts with poll, okay? So you just got to let me know. Leave it in, pull out, all right? Simple. Don't be weird. Don't make it weird. It's only weird if you make it weird. Remember that. All right. But anywho, man, let's get ready to tap in with the homie TG. So like I said, you already know the drill, man. Don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because now it is time to be joined by the dog, my homie TG. Man, I get excited whenever we get a chance to talk to my dog. Come on, man. Now, usually we on the phone with him. Yeah, but he sound back now. You know what I'm saying? He was out here doing his thing. You see the green and the gold on him. But my dog, I'm talking about that Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker. I'm talking about the West Virginia Mountaineer alum. I'm talking about one half of the locker mates. My mother freaking locker mate and the current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University, Terence Garvin. Shout out to TG, my dog. What's the word, man? You look sharp over there. Got that green and gold, man. Yeah, Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Working Wednesday. It's Wednesday, working Wednesday. So, putting it together these days, how to go. Them days start.
Come on now.
It's Wednesday, right? Yeah. So Stop.
He's in
Man.
work mode, man. But like I said, man, we always appreciate you taking time, man, to jump on, especially, man, when we get a chance to see you. You know, that's the added element for the people out there, man. So we do
No
appreciate
dog.
y'all for that. Don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Let's get it going, man. Obviously, we know the big headlines happening right now are the NFL owners meetings, man. Revotes on certain things that have been tabled from the previous meeting back in, I want to say, February timeframe or prior to the draft, where we heard about flag football, right? The Olympics, where NFL players going to be able to play in the Olympics. We know that onside kick amendments were potentially going to be altered, along with the Tush Push, which was still the big thing that was almost deadlocked with the vote in the first go around, and they're going to be revisiting that. I mean, today as we're recording it, right? But I wanted to get into the first thing, man, that we had, which was the NFL officially approving their players to play in the 2028 Olympics that'll be coming up in LA. In terms of flag football, you obviously, man, have been around the game for a while. And you've seen what it is growing to. And even now we're talking about dudes being able to compete in the Olympics in football. Granted, it's flag football, but in football, man, what's your reaction? What's your thoughts on this thing, man?
I love it. I think it's dope. You know, I'm curious what the rules will be, because there's levels to flag. Like there's 7-man, there's 5-man, 6-man. Can you blitz? And I'm not talking about, like in terms of like, you know, the 38 and under league in terms of, I'm saying like the true people who play flag. Like there's some guys out here that truly play flag.
Where they understand the swiveling of the hips, trying to get low, absolutely, or even the rules of you can't blitz. You have to be within 7 yards. You have to indicate it at times, or you know, all these different
blitz.
Right, I mean, all those things.
Like I said, like it's different. So down there in Florida, they got leagues and them girls play flag. And you get scholarships. It's a major thing. Kaiser University, shout out Florida Memorial. Like it's a big thing. So I mean, it's like,
you just brought that up. The Steelers just this weekend, man. I was doing the color commentary on the girls flag football championship up here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which will be officially a state sanctioned sport. High school. Like you could win a state championship in girls flag football coming up next year in Pennsylvania.
You get a full scholarship.
Definitely growing. Yeah.
You can get a full scholarship to college. You with me? Like same page. Like you can get the full ride paid for playing flag football. Like it's all there. And it's like, it's different in the sense of like pitching the ball, when to pitch it, certain rules to it, to where it's like you can only get a first down, you get 2 first downs. Besides that, you cooking. So just understanding the game, taking a knee in certain places, like it's levels to it. So
and the pace of it too. Like, because it feels more like pickup basketball,
hooping,
the up and downness of it compared to true traditional football, where you got the huddles and it's a slower a slower pace. Absolutely.
And you walk right into it, because even in the sense of playing basketball, think about it. There's some people who can play that street ball a little bit better, and they can't convert to the NBA game. But they can hoop. They give you everything.
Street ball, we right at it from the beginning. Whereas organized basketball is just,
I can't pick and roll. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
So you think this flag, and you're like, all right, and you're thinking, because I've seen it, it's like, all right, Mahomes, AJ, Kamar, but it's not that. Like it's some guys out here that truly flag. I can see some of these quarterbacks coming over there and converting, and it's like it's a different game. It's different reads. It's different. It's just different. And guys would be good at it. Guys would be good at it. We the best of the best.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you though, man. I mean, you brought up some of these AJ Brown's bigger body guys. What about a Jamar Chase?
But I don't think you get those guys. Like I don't think those. I don't
think
the
first go you get a chance to win an Olympic medal.
And I get that.
That part to me, I think is the difference. Like we saw LeBron pull up looking like Captain America on the boat. Had all of us watching the Olympics just to like that scene right there, bro.
For sure.
In any capacity, it's one thing to have 100 million. It's another to be the multimillionaire. And I got this gold medal representing my country. I done got the like Jordan with the flag. Every athlete wants the Jordan picture with the flag and the gold medal. Come on, bro.
I think you'll get more of the younger guys. You got to think it's only, so the rule is only one player from a team can go.
For a team, yeah.
So, all right, here we go. So I think you'll get somebody like George Pickens. I think he'll go do that.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So now
I'm like, for
CD
year
can't.
one?
Yeah,
Is
I think
year
you'll
one
get.
though?
I think
Is
you'll
year
get the
one?
younger guys of it. Like you
Okay.
might not get Jamar, but I think you're gonna get those younger guys of guy. Like you'll get Justin Jefferson, a guy that's into the
And
younger.
Justin, let's be
I'm
real.
with you. Jamar is
Justin
Justin.
cooking that though, bro.
I
Justin and
just
Jamar, they go.
I think you
Yeah.
get young spirits. Let me more say it
Yeah.
like that. You see where I'm going.
I
Like I
do,
think
and I
Jamar is
agree
like
with you
I'm
there.
paid, I'm straight. You
Yeah.
might not get a Jamar.
And
You
he
might
doesn't
not.
seem as open to it as a Justin
Yeah,
Jefferson.
you'll
I
get a
think Justin
Justin
Jefferson for certain to
Jefferson.
be there, bro.
Yeah,
Like we're gonna be seeing the gritty. He gonna have the sunglasses on.
yeah. You see where
Like,
I'm going. Like you get the
he's
young
on that,
spirit.
bro.
You
Yeah.
might
I
sneaky
can
get
see
an Odell
Lamar.
to come out. Like
I
pull
see a
up.
Lamar. I can see a
I
Lamar
can't see
going
a
over
Lamar.
there.
I don't see a
For
Lamar.
certain, I think the only thing that is pausing it is how serious and how close he is to a championship right
I
now.
don't see
I think
Lamar.
if they were a step back, yes, because of how he maintains that youthfulness to his spirit, he hasn't fully crossed over to when we look at Jalen Hurts and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, you never smile. You look like you're just 100% serious all the time. Lamar, you still see the fun, the playfulness of him. So that's the only reason why I could
I
potentially
think
see
you
that
might get Mahomes
just for the first year.
on the
Because
first
remember,
one. Yeah,
because it's
first
every
year.
4 years.
You
And
come
we
back.
know if you don't go for this one, if you're Mahomes, if you're Lamar, if you're Josh Allen,
It's
if you're
over.
Burrow, you're
It's over.
not going 4 years from now.
Steph Curry.
If you're Jamar Chase, if you're Justin Kirk, or if you're Justin Jefferson, you know, if you're Tyreek Hill, it's like it's now or 4 years from now. That looks very different. And we also will have more information in terms of what this go around looked like.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, I think we potentially see more of the bigger name guys on the front
get the mom
end.
squad on this first one.
Yeah,
you get
to set the tone. Because we want to set it. We
team.
want to let. We always talk about how we take pride in football. Now, granted, this is without pads, but we still feel like we are the supreme football players
for sure.
So I can definitely see us as competitors. Think about when we were in that locker room with Antonio Brown, L. Bell, Big Ben, and we got a chance to say, "Yo, one of us in here can go represent the country. One of us can go ahead and show that we better than Japan, Germany, Russia." You don't think them stars is gonna be in here like, "Hey, bro, of Ryan Shazier during that time frame? Hey, bro, hey, bro."
Yeah, I'm with you. One per. I'm with you. I think
it's just one. Yeah,
I think
so
DBs. We'll send DBs out there. I think we'll send a nice safety, somebody nice. You got to think it's gonna be some guys, like I said, some guys you don't know about.
Too. Some dudes that
I think you'll get those.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You get them young boys, them young college. Like you don't know the name, but he can hoop.
How do you feel athleticism wise though when we're talking about a dude that we know proven 4.3, proven 4.2 type dudes versus this kid that is more, I guess, comfortable with flag, but athletically isn't as explosive?
So do we just take over the flag though? That's what I guess is the question.
To me,
like,
I think year one, yes. To me, year one, I think yes. I think in year one, yes.
So it's not truly
the Olympics. Yeah. In the Olympics for basketball, we know the main people, and we say the JV is the 3-on-3.
Okay,
they put the 3-on-3 league that you see right in especially with the ladies, they won there. It's like y'all go to the 3-on-3. We'll let the JV. Remember, they were upset that Caitlin Clark, she wasn't on the main squad. They were going to put her on a 3-on-3. She was like, "Nah, I'm good on that one."
Cool. I'm with you.
Put, the Haley Van Leith on it, right?
I'm with you.
So when you look at that, I look at flag and I say, bro, if this is the only thing that us as professionals get a chance,
you like this is an NFL team. This one's NFL only.
At least year one.
These are league
at least
guys.
year one.
So these are them to the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl's practice. That's what you're saying.
Because TG, to me, I'm saying this. If I'm the best, if I'm Pat Surtain, not saying that he plays, right? But if I'm Pat Surtain,
I gotta go put on.
I really telling myself that there is a better corner in the world
in America
that can do this, and we're not hitting. So now we just athlete for athlete.
I gotta go do this for the people.
Come on, bro.
So what you saying?
Okay, like, what are we talking about? If I'm Jalen Ramsey, and I'm playing deep safety, I play middle field safety, and I can do this in the league already.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me we're taking the pads also? Now it's no contact. That's the sticking point, right? Is he willing to? We ain't now. It's athlete for athlete. Bro, you're not about to tell me this kid from wherever college I've never heard of is going to be better than my man Jalen. And even athletically, it's like, okay, that's one part. But then what about the anticipation, the mental part, the skill, the little intricacies? You know that.
Well, if we're going to do that,
I think
then
it gets interesting, bro.
I think they gotta practice. I think they gotta prepare. Then they should do something like the NFL should
It's got to
embrace
be an
it.
open tryout. I think it's a tryout though,
It should
right?
be an open
Yeah,
tryout. But then the
like,
NFL should embrace it because you're sounding like it's NFL guys. And you know the people don't
I
know,
want
but
to see the NFL
Team
guys
USA
compete
practices
against those dudes. Yeah.
So they should take the real rep. So that team should take the Pro Bowl against the Pro Bowlers. Like you should
I like it. I like
Team
it.
USA versus the Pro Bowl.
It adds more money.
And
it
now
makes
you
the Pro
got
Bowl that
something.
much better.
And now let's do that. And now we can get them ready to go.
Come on. The Pro Bowl be so much more exciting.
Kind of like what the girls do. Kind of like what the girls. Team USA versus
Olympics versus the All-Stars. Yes.
Versus the All-Stars.
And remember, that's when Caitlin and Angel Reese was getting buckets. Remember that? And that was what made everybody, oh, well, maybe they should do this. And it's like, no, they just getting their reps and they warming up for that. And they end up winning. So shout out to them for that. But I love that mindset, man. I think you kill two birds with one stone. You're getting the reps. You're getting ready to dominate flag potentially worldwide, but also you insert life back into the Pro Bowl. You give us a reason to tune in because now we're not just saying, man, I'm watching the guys I'm used to killing people playing some flags. This is like, you know, watching a lion eat at the zoo. I don't want to see this. But when we're talking about, hey, these dudes are preparing because that team over there is going to play Russia. That team over there is going to play, Egypt. You're like, all right, okay, all right, let's go. Get them ready. Yeah. Let's do this.
Make that play, bro.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
I like.
So like, that's the exciting part, man. Shout out the flag though, bro. The game is evolving, man. The game is evolving.
Here it comes. It's scary. Here it comes. Put that flag on that quarterback, man, and let's go ahead and go about our business.
I was going to ask you, do you see them creating a flag league?
Quarterback.
What happens first? A flag league gets created domestically, or they put that quarterback out the pads and put him in that flag, man? Which one you see happening first?
What happens is similar to the Dream Team. Team USA goes to this Olympics and puts on at a high level. It should look really well. It should. Yeah. And I don't guarantee him wins. There's somebody that's going to be training for this. Italy or one of they going to train.
You know, it's an Italy out there. It's a Greece.
We're gonna get ready.
You be like, yo, what is this?
We got 4 years to get ready. We're about to get ready for this.
Spain.
So we're gonna have real plays. We're gonna run this. I'm with you. So I'm saying, and also flag plays are different.
They are.
Know that.
Yeah,
that's a different play.
The field is different too. But that's the other part why I say. You've seen flag quarterbacks. You've never seen Mahomes throw that thing 80 yards the whole length of a flag field, like on a rope. You're not seeing that caliber arm in those games. I've even been in them games
this
too.
Is true.
You know how flag is. We know what it's evolved to, and we know even the dudes that dominate in flag. We know them as guys that didn't cut it like that on the real football side of it. That was why they transitioned there.
For sure.
I just look at the dudes that are doing it. And doing it every single day. We're not saying retired guys coming out. We seeing dudes that are actively doing it. You feel me? That's my part. I'm like, we gonna actively say there's a quarterback that has better accuracy than any of these NFL dudes.
I'm with you.
You should that's my thing. But flag is different though because the tempo of it. Man, when that rush is coming, you better go right now, or you better have the moves to get up out of there. And that's the part that gets interesting. But if that's Lamar Jackson,
but if you make one person missing flag.
I'm like, Lamar's to the house.
Yeah, it's
and the speed, and the speed of NFL players as well. That's the big difference that we always say. Like the size is one thing, but just how fast it is across the board. I think that's where you'll have some. That's where it gets sticky. I'm not saying that they're just going to go out there and run the table NFL because I think if you come with that mindset. Yeah, these flag dudes are really doing this. Yeah, these dudes are dudes that this is their full-time job. They play flag. I got partners that's all they do. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't disrespect that either.
For sure.
Because if you see it, you better go out there and understand what this is. Yeah.
Okay. So with that being the case,
I just think that if they lock in, for certain, they can go over there and take over.
They'll be the best. If that's the case, then they'll go over there and they'll make it to where people will want to like do that.
Want to do
they'll
it
make
more.
it to people in other countries.
It's exciting.
Like, that's exciting. I'm gonna get ready for. I'm growing up into that.
And I want to grow up to compete against that. Yeah,
it'll turn into something. It'll turn into leagues and other places to where they'll come. They'll be ready for nationals, and then it'll grow, and then it'll adopt here. And
you
then
think basketball? You brought up the Dream Team basketball back then. If we brought up Sudan. Back when the Dream Team came out, we're not even having a conversation. You look at that Sudan team this past year in the Olympics versus Braun. Come on, bro. You talk France. France
Slovia's
Dream
and
Team
yeah.
versus now you're like, bro,
That's
we
where the
saw
Lucas.
Yabusele, about to say not only punch on Braun, but then turn around and get an NBA contract, man. Luka,
For sure.
Jokic, like all of these dudes, it starts with the exposure and it starts with this type of Olympic type of thing, but you got to have the star players over there as well. Because to me, I think even if as Americans, we dominate flag football with just regular flag players, I still don't think it has the same impact as if you're saying this is a Justin Jefferson that did that.
No, I'm
This
with you.
is a Tyreek Hill that
And
did. I
that's
think,
what makes it, you know what I
right. You
mean?
know what I
These are
mean?
poster boys. These are guys you look
Right.
at every single day.
Because we're saying
So
if it's cool enough for them, then it's cool enough for me.
for sure.
Whereas if they look at it as an afterthought, man, we sending practice squad dudes over there, and then it gets to the point like with the Olympic basketball, where remember we got beat a couple of times, and it was like, hey, bro,
That's
we
why we
need
had
we
to
need to
send the
tighten back up a
Redeem
little
team
bit.
over
Come
there.
on, bro,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, heck yeah, man,
So
heck yeah.
and that's what I think it'll do. It'll give the
Okay,
notoriety that people around the world will start growing the flag aspect, and then
yeah,
we'll keep up with the keep ups per se,
mm-hmm.
and because you have to do it. You got to do it
Yeah,
every day to do it. So to turn into
absolutely,
something that people pay to
and
watch.
And you could also evolve that a lot more when you're talking girls side, guys side, and even if for all-star games you wanted to make it a hybrid where
Mm-hmm.
we're blending the rosters. Now you can do that in comparison to what it has been where it's just pads, it's just guys. You really have nowhere for ladies to have any type of involvement. Now, this is another avenue where you can continue to just grow it. And like I said, man, we saw that even with the WNBA having it was a Sabrina Ionesco compete in the NBA's 3-point contest, right? Going against Steph Curry. Was that 2 years ago? I think it was.
Yeah, they
So even
mixed it
with that, yeah, you can
for
see
sure.
where they were
Caitlin
even
Clark's
starting to
coming.
blend. Yeah, they're starting to blend that hybrid scenario where NBA dudes are probably in a year from now going to do some type of competition to the WNBA's All-Star time frame to just make it for both parties make sense.
You got it
So
where you
to
can be the
me,
WNBA in the game.
come on, man. So that's literally how I see this flag football potentially growing also,
Mm-hmm.
because now with the guy and girl dynamic,
Yes,
that's a whole nother place that we can just really, help this game survive and not just survive, but thrive.
for sure. People get paid for it
Absolutely.
soon.
Oh, you know
When
that.
it
It's
gets
only
to
a
the
matter of time.
video game stage,
Yeah.
it's there. You start to see it on the
Mm-hmm.
game. Then it'll keep
Yeah.
growing and playing it. I just don't see it not growing. It's too hot.
Yeah.
In the
It's too hot.
contact of football, they're trying to
Mm-hmm.
minimize it so much. But I don't
Yeah.
think you'll ever see the NFL go. Like I think
Yeah.
that monopoly, that power system, you'll always see pads on.
Because it's no different than we all say we want world peace, but yet when I turn on the news, what's the first thing you get sucked into? What was the drama? What was the car
Yeah,
crash? What was
what
the bad
happened?
thing that happened? You know this. So
Yeah,
as much as we want to say, yeah, we don't want the physical part of it, we love the car crash. We love that violent element of it, but it's still being controlled in saying that this is friendly, not true war where I'm trying to execute you.
for sure.
So I think with that part is always going to be here. I do agree. But now you're going to just have an alternative to the mothers or fathers that are out there that say, you know what, I don't want my child to go this route, but I still want him to be around the game or her to be around the game. Now you have a legit avenue for them. So shout out to the NFL for that though, man. Like I said, excited, man. Definitely exciting with that. But that was the only thing that got approved. We're also seeing them officially make some changes to the onside kick. We had obviously talked about that in terms of what the UFL had been doing and how we said at the NFL level, they're, constantly trying to see how could they improve it. Well, now they're making adjustments to two things. Well, actually a couple of things. Number one, you don't have to wait until the fourth quarter to be able to kick an onside kick. You're able to do it at any point in time. And then the other big change is the alignment. Now, instead of you having to, give that 5-yard cushion with the alignment, now they're putting them up 5 yards and making the action happen a lot faster. And just for some context, they said that the reason they had initially made the switch with the full kickoff was to minimize some of those high speed collisions, right, that you get on kickoff. So they said by that, though, you end up, hurting the onside kick chances. So that's partly why they're deciding to find this middle ground of just for the onside kick, you can adjust the alignment, but not for
Give
a
yourself a
true
chance.
traditional kick. Right.
Yeah,
So
give
did want to
yourself a
get your thoughts
chance.
on that, man. How you feeling about this
Do you still got to
amendment?
declare it though?
Yeah, so that was the part
So
that
it's
they
not
still
like you got
said.
a
And they
surprise
said that you
aspect.
can't, no surprise element, and you don't get to if you're winning, you don't get to kick the onside kick either just yet. Because that was part of it what was going on as well. It was you had to be trailing and it had to just be in the fourth quarter,
Why?
along with having to declare it. Yeah.
Why is that? I wonder why is that? They just don't.
I don't know. That was what they when they first made the rule, like the change, that was what they put in there, and that was just how the language had read. I don't know the backstory behind that, unless they're saying, hey, if you're up, you don't have a need to kick onside kicks.
For sure.
Maybe that's the approach. But I mean, there's somebody out there that's saying, man, if they can't stop it though, just keep doing it. Why give them the ball back? Heck yeah. Hey, an onside kick is better than kicking it to Mahomes with any amount of time on the clock,
I'm with you with that. So maybe I do like that part. I like that you can step back. I think it gives it a chance. I think that route, it had no shot at all.
It was 0.006.
It had no shot at all.
This is craziness, man.
So I think you give it a chance. I think it's step in the direction of 4th and 15, though. All right, let's try this.
I was agreeing with you. I was like, you see it, right?
All right, if this one don't work, let's take it to the 4th and 15. So I think this is one of the last ditch efforts.
They inching closer.
They're getting to it.
Get closer. You know. So, they say, yo, you could do an extra point, but that onside, hey, bro, come on, you still be with me, man. All right.
They're gonna slow that down. So let's see. I'm okay with it though. I like it. I like that you can do it whenever. You don't gotta wait till that fourth. Like I might need to get it off in the third.
Low key, man.
Got ugly quick. Like I need to get it off now.
I'm down 3 scores. I'm fresh out of halftime. I just got to tell you. Let me get back real quick,
do
man.
Let me now.
Yeah, I wish I could get the surprise element. Like
that's more,
Come on, man, because we all remember that's Colts Saints,
don't
man.
Don't lead to the kicks kick.
Yeah, bro. Makes you sit in there. The little details.
Don't lead to you kick.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Right. So we will see though, man. But that's just something I think they're going to continue to play with, continue to mess around with, largely due to the fact that, like you said, man, they're stuck between player health and safety, but also having a legitimate chance at recovery. I mean, right now it's pretty much just you going out there for the ceremony of onside kick.
I'm just going to go on out there, man. You gotta give yourself a chance.
Yeah, man.
So I'm with you.
Yeah, we will see, man. But we know that the final big rule that is they still can't come to a conclusion on it. This Tush Push. Tush Push.
I was watching Mic'd Up yesterday, man. They was playing the Giants, and they stopped it. And then Saquon, they started talking trash to him. He was like, man, line that thing back up right now. Like, I don't care what line it up. Ran it again. He all amped up, pushes it in. It's like, you can't stop.
You can't stop it, bro.
You can hear them. They had one game. They lined up. And the lineman, like, it's coming. It's coming. Way too close. You know it's coming. Right? Yeah, you know what time it is.
And you can't stop it, right?
Man, I seen the throwback. It was Kenny getting pushed through there. And they like, it's your time now. Yeah.
That's crazy. Say, yo, you ready to get your name in the paper? All right, here we go, bro. Tush Push, undefeated. You know we ain't losing this one.
You know we're going to get this. If you don't get the first one, we're going to get the second one.
And that's literally, if they wanted to run the Tush Push 20 plays in a row, they could do it 20 plays in a row, and they're going to get first downs. They're going to gain the yardage, and they're going to drive the field, man, because it's that type of play right now, man.
So it changes their whole. If they get you to 4th and 1, that's me. I'm going to get that. 4th and 2, I might go get that.
You might play an extra 10 to 15 snaps in the game behind this Tush Push, bro.
For sure.
Because those are multiple drives that get extended solely based on Tush Push. I mean,
and I'm with the whole everybody can do it. I don't like it. I think they should take it out.
We say everybody can do it, but I don't think we want everybody to do it.
And that's my thing. Because people
I'm
get
to
weird
the point
with
I'm to the point where it's like, okay, Philly, y'all, we can't stop it. Cool. Well, you're going to have to stop it too, because I'm going to run it every single play on offense this day.
I just see people can.
I'm going to have to see it get stopped. Yeah.
It's like when people starting to put that tight end right there and take the snap like that.
You seen it? That's
Baltimore's
doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the tight end here, and I'm gonna put my extra
Yep.
lineman in
So
the
now I
backfield
got
behind me.
big bodies, and I don't have my
Yeah,
quarterback taking the shot. So I really don't care.
yeah.
You know what it is.
You
Yeah.
know, like it
Because
just
Baltimore, that's
gets.
how they running it, and it's most
Mhm.
definitely is like, hey, bro,
Yeah, we're not gonna let
you know
that
what
get
this
hit.
is. You
Yeah,
know
we're
what
gonna
this
let this.
is. Yeah.
This don't even go under center.
Right. I'm waiting to see when Buffalo's gonna make that switch. Yeah, it was like, all right, yeah, couple hits ahead too,
You
man.
see it? Like that
Yeah.
thing can get weird. So it's like
Hmm.
I'd like
But
them to
it's
take
such
it.
an
I'm a
effective play, though.
for
It's
sure.
very effective.
But what's the rule? Because I remember it was a time where it's like his
You couldn't push
progress has
before.
stopped.
Yeah, right.
Remember,
But they
progress
changed
has
that.
stopped. Then you
Hmm.
remember it's kind of like you couldn't push people. I'll never
But
forget the Reggie Bush
now,
play.
right, that was the big thing. But
Hmm.
now they've decided that they use a slow whistle in some of
Hmm.
those situations, right? Whether it's short yardage, progress, or turnovers, right? You've heard them say, we'll let the play go and then we'll go back and review certain elements of it. So I do feel like part of the forward progress part, they allow it to happen. But
Man,
at
I
the
remember
same
a play
time, yeah, go ahead.
last year. Jalen Warren gets down there
Uh huh.
and picks his feet off the ground.
Yep.
Like
Yep. He's in
totally
the air.
feet
He's in the
off the
air.
ground,
Yeah.
and people are
Hmm.
pushing him in. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Seahawks.
that's
Yeah.
like a trained act
Uh
now.
huh.
Like if you get here,
Yeah.
get vertical.
Uh
Let
huh.
them push you through the
You know
red.
what to
Like,
do. Rise
hmm
up. They'll carry you the rest of
so
the way. Yeah,
I'm
and your
just
old
kind of
linemen
like,
know to run down the field now as well, which used to be, you're not allowed to get engaged like that. If you
you
do,
can't
we're
go
blowing
push
it
nobody line.
dead.
Yeah, that's
Or if you
dead.
push it, we might flag it. Yeah.
So it's rugby ish, and I get the rugby aspect, which more safe. I would guess you could say. I don't
Optically, though,
blow it dead.
it's less appealing. And I think
Hmm.
that's the
It's
other
rugby
part of it
ish.
as well. Yeah, because
It's
rugby
rugby
is
ish.
cool, but rugby isn't
Yeah.
as appealing as
Hmm.
traditional American football.
You got to tackle that. So it's
Hmm.
kind of like, I like it to get blown dead, but then it's kind of like it gets blown dead when the ball start getting ripped out in that situation.
You see what I mean? It's a lot that can happen in there, whether it's
Yeah. So
blown dead
now,
or if
hmm
you're on offense and you feel like, hey, I was still moving
hmm
and you stopped it, or when the initial, oh, he got
hmm
stopped, and then it's that second one where they
hmm
finally break through. It's like too quick of a whistle could make that
what are we
situation very
doing?
awkward too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing? So,
Hmm.
I think this has got to clean that up. I'd love to see. I'm team ban the tush push. I'm team ban the tush
You
push, man.
you persuaded me to your side. I already
I'm
told you
team
that
ban the
when we
tush
first
push.
talked about it, and you told me, look, for the simple fact that every rule is, for the offense, defense needs something. Just give us
Yeah.
one thing. If it's as simple as that, when you told me that, I said, you know what? I can support that movement right there. All right. I can support that 100%, man. So,
You seen the
yeah.
breaking news, man.
Oh, oh,
Breaking
oh,
news, man.
oh, what we
The
looking like?
tush push will remain alive after the band
Oh,
did not receive enough
oh
vote.
man,
It's
of
back.
course. In the middle of it, at
They
least it
have,
happened while we doing it. Jeez Louise.
let's
Oh
figure out how to stop
man.
it. Let's figure out how to stop it. You know what I mean?
I'm torn, but
So,
I'm happy. You see, I'm smiling. I'm
mm,
kind of happy about it. I'm like, yo, I do want to see people stop it, but
mm.
people stopping it could also be, hey, we're gonna spam it. We're just gonna do it every single time until it gets to the point where we are so sick of it, nobody runs it anymore. That could also be the alternative. We will see, though, man.
I just, uh, all right, let's figure it out.
So now, should we run it? Should we start adding
We
that?
gotta
Because we
run it.
haven't
Everybody
added
has
the
to run
tush
it.
push. Everybody has had the opportunity to run it, but everybody still doesn't run tush push.
Mhm. I just,
So are you adding it to the call sheet if you're Arthur Smith?
you got to. You got to join the movement. I just never forget when the Redskins were sitting, our Commanders were sitting on that, and it was like there's nothing you could do, bro. They're gonna get in. It jumped off sides. I
Yeah.
wanted to see them keep jumping. I wanted to see. Show me you'll hand them these points.
I think we will see that scenario.
Show me you'll hand them
I
these
think
points.
this year we get that scenario.
Show me.
For
Show
certain.
me. Show me.
certain.
If we can't, man.
Hey,
Show
look,
me.
and TG, you could do it in the regular season because hey, it's not
different.
NFC Championship on the
Yeah, it's
line.
different.
Let's find out.
Yeah, it's different.
Jump again. I
Jump
don't
again.
care. Jump again. I don't care.
Show me they'll keep running this. We'll
show me
pause
this in week
whole
5.
day.
Absolutely.
We'll stop the whole day if they want to do
It's
this.
week 5. I got nothing but time.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And some of these coaches are stubborn like that, man.
Mm-hmm. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump.
Yeah.
Every time they try this, we're hitting the quarterback.
We're gonna make and take the foul. Take
and
the hit
take
because
the foul.
Hey, we don't care about that yards. We on the goal line. Hey, we ain't worried about that. You know the rule. Hey, you're going off on first down. All right. Hey, you could be aggressive. All right, it's okay.
Because that swipe's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
That little swipe at the ball play, that's next.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Like, just try to hit the ball then before you snap it. Like swipe as you move. Like something weird.
Something,
like just
or try to go low, grab the league, grab his feet before he can elevate. Because right now we're seeing them try to meet force with force. So you're trying to leverage versus leverage. It's like maybe try to go quick, shoot between his legs. Yeah.
Nope. Try to get underneath something. Now you're getting into safety.
Mm-hmm. Because I like the over the top with Frank Louvu, but at the same time, if it's not timed up perfectly, you're stuck. Yeah.
I just would hate to be at the bottom of that pile. That's a nasty pile to be at the bottom of, man. It's a lot of weight.
A lot of weight, bro.
It'd be at the bottom of that pile. You got to be in perfect angles. Like nothing can. I just hate to be at the bottom of that
you better know how to lay your legs down too, bro.
That's a nasty pile. That's a lot. That's not getting up for a minute.
No, a lot of weight on you.
You know. That's a nasty pile.
Not good for us. All right, keep us up out of the parts.
That's not my
pile. That's a Cam. What a Cam Hayward's, the YA Blacks.
That's why you get the YA.
That's what they're for. I do not want to be at the bottom of that pile. Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not. Be like, where most of the rest of the game? Yeah, he was at the bottom of the tush push. He done today. He gonna sit the rest of this out.
I hate to be at the bottom of that pile.
Yeah. No, without a doubt, man. But like I said, man, we will see. Another thing that we did get to just put a bow on the NFL's rules and certain things that were being voted upon. We also had the Lions retract their proposal, which would have been for playoff seeding, right? To no longer have division champs be guaranteed a home playoff game. They decided to rescind that. Yeah, they decided to take that proposal off the table. So everything will stay as put. But they want to get your thoughts on that as well, man.
I like the seeding. I think NFL do it right. You know, one, you get the home game, you get the bye. Everybody else has figured it out. Let's get to it. Lowest goes to the highest. So it's not just, we in a good spot. It's you still got to go through Pittsburgh, or you still got to go through Philly, or everything goes. I remember the quote was, everything comes through Pittsburgh. It don't matter how you sort that. Everything comes through.
Everything comes through Pittsburgh, man.
I think it's still that aspect still there, where it's like, you win, you bring it home. And that's cool. That's what it should be. I think college football needs to change it. Yeah, they need to do that.
They keep changing it. They finally have found something that works. And we like, it works, but it can still be better though. It can still be better.
They need a 1 through 12.
But this is the best version that we've had in a while though, bro.
They need a 1 through 12.
This is the best version we've had.
12, and State might not win that natty. Like, they had the toughest route.
They still had to go through a gauntlet.
But
you
they
act like
State got to play Boise. They not supposed to play Oregon. Oregon wasn't supposed to have to play at O State.
Man, I don't care about any of that, man. We can make the case for Oregon. O State got it out the mud. O State went over there and went 3 for 3 on them folk, bro.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Same page. See me, but Arizona State's
it's the Boise's of the world to me that I'm like, 1 through 12 helps y'all out. 1 through 12 helps Indiana out. 1 through 12 helps them, like the Penn States of the world. Yeah, that Ohio State, bro. They had one of the roughest roads. Yeah.
Just saying, man. 1 through
it's
12,
wild,
thing,
bro.
Or I'm just saying it because I say they get a different Oregon at a different time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You might get Oregon Penn State. You might get Oregon Boise. Oregon Boise might be different.
Now they warmed up different to come see you that day.
Because I already had me one up on them about. Absolutely, it's different. Yeah, 1,000%, man. 1,000%. I like it. Well, shoot, man. The final one that we got to talk about too, though, man. Since you did, tap into some of that college part, man. I was thinking about my man Ashton Jeanty. He was killing it everybody at Boise State, Michael Myers style, standing straight up with the stance. But since joining the Vegas Raiders, new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly approached them day one.
For sure.
Basically, told me you need to switch that. Yeah, bend your knees up, bro. How would you guard me in basketball? Oh, all right, bet. You bend your knees. This is what you need to do in football then.
You get him some Pro Bowls, he can stand back up. Right now, he got to bend his knees. And you know how to go, man. You knew you were a rookie. They guarantee it.
If you get these Pro Bowls with bending your knees, you really think you could switch back?
If he want to.
Or is it you got to play not your hottest with the bent knee, and then you go
But
straight to
if
leg,
he want
go
to,
crazy on them?
he gotta touch paint a couple times, man, and slowly
If he
stand up.
touch
You
paint
know.
with the stand up, you all right.
They used to mess with Le'Veon too, man. They used to tell him, man, you gotta run, you gotta hit the hole faster.
Yeah, why you pity pat back there, bro?
Why
Don't
you pity
tiptoe.
pat? They used to call it
Why you
tiptoeing.
tiptoe?
I
Yeah.
remember they was like, he's tiptoeing.
He tiptoe, hit it,
And they
bro.
kept
Are you
seeing him
scared?
tiptoe and
Why you
tiptoe, then
tiptoeing?
they slowly called it art. They like, oh, that's nice, man. Why let him
Now it's
create?
patience.
Yeah,
Now it's
he's
patience.
patient.
His
You feel me?
patience. You see how the wordplay? Yeah.
So
It was tippy toe. Who
let him
was
hit
doing
it a couple
Now it's
times.
patience. Yeah.
He run hard the right way. It won't matter. They'll start to be like, I see why you
Elbow
stand
was
up.
walking back there and times be like, hey, bro, hold on, bro. Hold on. What is this?
Patience.
And then he
Patience.
Patience.
Patient. He's patient. Patient.
But I did want to ask though, man, like I said, man, because obviously you've done both elements in terms of playing, but now tapping into the coaching side of it.
For sure.
How much of that do you feel is, a good decision to make by the coach in terms of seeing a player that has already had proven production with this particular style, but because as the coach, you see it a certain way, now you want to kind of alter that. What's your thoughts on that though?
Because I think you still got to bring him into the league. It's still a rookie. So it's like we got to do things away.
Some rookie stuff.
It's a rookie stuff. You're a rookie, man. You got to embrace being a rookie. You got to do things how they were saying. Even though you're a first rounder, we're going to
he's a top 10, top 15 first rounder,
Do it this way till we get going. Then we'll figure it out. Score some touchdowns, you can stand up. I'm guarantee you they told him. Score some touchdowns. Do what you want. But these first preseason one, we gonna bend our knees. We're gonna get ready to go.
You think it's that big of a difference?
Yeah. He said he did it so he didn't false step. And if he could justify it to where
that's what I'm saying.
If he could justify it, all the kids started doing it. It was cool. Yeah. They made it a style.
But then they started false step. They ain't as nice as that. They don't think of the little details. But I always think of the comparison as pass rushers. Baltimore, Terrell Suggs having his outside foot up versus Pittsburgh, Debo, we have an inside foot up. And everybody has their reasoning behind why we do what we do. Here in Pittsburgh, we're saying, man, I'm still in this step. I'm already here. Why wait? For Baltimore, they're like, man, I'm not false stepping like this, and I'm already going to be ready to open up when it's time for pass rush. And it's like, yeah, so you can hear the difference of philosophies behind it. But with this one, I'm like, yeah, most everybody does the bend the knee part, but you still see, I mean, because even I think of Chris Johnson, CJ2K, he wasn't heavily knee bent. He was more upright as well. And we know, but run. Yeah, you got to run.
Even with that, it's like outside to the inside up. Even it's like, all right, but you might have been in Baltimore with your outside foot up. You might have been doing that, but you come here, it's like you have to put that inside foot up. They're gonna lay you out. They're gonna be, oh, you're trying to do it your way. It's like
do it your way. You know it. Yeah, you know it.
It's like you just gotta buy into this is the way till you go get some sacks and you're like, coach. Like if TJ wants to put his outside foot up right now, he can put his outside foot up and you can ride. You don't care what you do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We don't care what you do. So it's like you just gotta make some plays and we'll get to it. But if he going there, like he going there, he fumble or something, like, man, bend your knees, man, get ready to go.
Yeah, because you look casual. This ain't that.
It's too comfortable.
You know they're gonna do it. This ain't Boise, bro. You better have urgency at this level, man. Boise, urgency every single day, every rep.
So you wouldn't. So bend your knees. Pete Carroll let him slowly get to that. That's the
Pete. I feel like Pete way more chill. You play for Pete. You play for Pete.
For sure.
Chip seemed like Chip is. Remember, Chip had the boys on the, hey, yo, let me do your hydration test coming into the office in Philadelphia. Yeah. All right, you ain't hydrated enough, go home. Like, bro, you ain't present today. What?
All the vets fell out with Chip, though. You always see vets talk bad about Chip because it's like it's a college system in a sense. A college
super collegey. Yeah.
So he want what he want, bend your knees.
Yeah.
I was just with the wide receiver and I made him put his inside leg up. Like I'm not about to, so you know what I mean? You get it. Like
the little things,
yeah, little things matter. Like it's just at Old State. Bend your knees.
It worked there. You see when we game, hey, we would have beat y'all. You know we would have beat y'all, right? So you couldn't do it this way. Yeah. All right. I could dig it. I could dig it there, man. But yeah, that was the craziness though, man, going on out there. And I don't know if you saw the other little Ashton Jeanty story. You seen his number, right?
Yeah, he had to buy that number.
Said, man, it got wild. 6 figures. So I said, oh Lord, oh.
Do what you gotta do.
What's your thoughts on it, man?
Do what you gotta do. I'd have sold it.
Would you have bought the number? Is the other question. I know. If I'm Daniel Carlson, I'm all for selling the number for 6 figures or higher. Sure. You can have this jersey. I ain't tripping on it.
Sure.
But on the other side, would you have been the one to actually
I'm
pay
like
for
a
your
Cam
number?
type, man. I'm like man, I'm a rock the one then.
Hey, look, I can't get this. I'll make this number high.
I'm gonna make this one jump.
Cam for certain switched out of that. So he say, yo, you want what? I was wearing this thing. I ain't sure.
I'm wearing this 4.
Work. This work. Yeah.
4 look good.
This cool. You said it's a 6? I put the 6 on, bro. I ain't sure for those 6. I rock that number there, man. Yeah.
Give me 6. 3 plus 3.
Shit.
We straight. 2 plus 4. Like I'm making it sound good.
Yeah. Something.
That's how many
you saw with Shador. Shador said, hey man, shoot. It's 21 backwards. All right, it's positive backwards. I'm gonna go with 12 there. Yeah. You about to hit me over the head. Yeah.
I like Shador joking with Cam. Like, man, I'm already down, man. I can't give you a jersey.
I can't give you this. No, I gotta get that back. If you know, you know. Of
you
course
know, you know.
Of course you know.
No, I felt that.
TG, what happens you get that jersey away, man? You ain't supposed to get that jersey away, TG. Tell them, man. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line, boss.
Man. I got L4s, trade with L4s. What are we doing?
What are we doing? Make enough Terence Garvin jerseys for you to be Terence Garvin jerseys.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, man. I'll never forget it. Shout out to Coach Tomlin. Yeah, man, bro. Let me switch with L4 jerseys, bro. L4s, don't get to switch with L4s, man.
L4s,
if you're not a starter, you don't swap jerseys, bro. Yo, that was funny, man. Oh, no, what a time, bro.
What a time.
What a time. We're going to be laughing about that thing when we be 80 years old over here. Like, hey, bro, I don't remember much. But you remember you tried to get your jersey away, bro? Remember you get that jersey, bro?
Man, I was so mad.
My dog still saying that 2,500. And I got called out.
Got L4s or L4s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Coach. That's how you feel.
Shout out to Coach T, man. Shout out to Coach T. But yeah, man. So with that being the case, man, let's get this thing up out of here, man. Anything on your end before we go though, bro?
Man. Nah, that's it with me, man. Let's keep it cooking, man. Keep tuning to the garage, man. It's cooking.
Hey,
here we go.
Garvin's Garage. He's out here with it, man. And don't forget, it's football camp season coming up soon, all right? If you haven't got registered, Steelers camps. I know Norfolk State got some camps going on, man. Everybody outside with it, man, all right? If y'all haven't got involved, get involved, all right? It's always fun. It's always ways to get better with your craft and, man, get a chance to get taught by some awesome dudes, man, at any of these spots we talking about, man. So shout out to everybody for that one, man. But my dog, man, always good to do this. You know, we're gonna spin the block, do it again with you. But appreciate you. And until next time, baby. Peace. All righty. Hopefully, like I said, man, y'all enjoyed the homie TG, man, tapping in with me, man, earlier today. Like I said, man, was pretty cool to talk with him, man, getting his thoughts on some of the cool stuff that was happening around the NFL, man. And during that time frame also, man, did see some cool around the league info, man. It's on some hard knocks. I might talk about that before we get up out of here. All right. But shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. And AJ Martinez spun the block, man, with another super chat, man. So I definitely wanted to take some time to tap in with this one. The top got a little cut off just due to, you know, the length of it, man. In terms of the length of the chat, man. Shout out to AJ for this. He says, I want to shout out my friend / brother of 43 years, Big Dan, aka Rambo. Much love. You will be missed. He was a great psychologist, helping so many people with their mental health. See you again soon. See you again one day, my brother. R.I.P. Big Dog. Nah, without a doubt, AJ Martinez, man. Sorry for your loss, man. And definitely sending condolences your way, man. And yeah, see him again, but not soon. No rush on that, baby. No rush. All right, and then AJ Martinez also spun the block, and he's giving his shout outs. You know how he does. The Don Hefe Quan, Mr. Mike Hood, X Concepts, Frank K. Can't forget Chris David Decker, aka Double D. And he says, shout to the one who loved me the most, Mary Jo. Love you always too. Love. Shout out to AJ Martinez, man, showing up the only way that AJ can. You already know how he does it, man. So big time respect to him for that one, man. All right, let me see. Oh, yeah, and shout out to the Don Hefe Quan, just because he said it. All right, so follow his lead. He says, hit that like button. You know what time it is. And the Don, is that a Bumblebee jersey I'm seeing in your emoji? I've never actually seen like your emoji like blown up before. Is that it? That looks kind of like the Bumblebee. I could be off. I thought it was Bumblebee in your joint though, man. Shout out to you, the Don Hefe Quan. Let's go. Let's see. Oh, all right. I'm gonna get this one before I get up out of here then. Because my man David Decker says, Moats question, who do you have for Knicks versus Pacers game 1 in their series, and obviously the Thunder and Timberwolves series? So, yeah, man, we obviously saw the Thunder get the big-time win game 1 versus Ant Edwards and company, man. What? They won by dang near 30, man, but they killed them off of the turnovers, man. So what I'll say is this, as much as I want to see Anthony Edwards make it to the finals, as much as I want to see Anthony Edwards get up out of there, I think that the Thunder, man, just as a team, are going to be a little bit too much. And I think defensively, they defend at a high level. And let's be real, man, SGA, yes, he gets fouled a lot, but he does an excellent job of creating that contact, man. And he's not doing it in the way of the James Harden, where it was like, yo, that's not really a foul all the way. Like, he is actually getting hit. It's just, that's the way that he is attacking teams, but he's attacking them with the mid-range and getting to the cup, man. And that's what makes him special. So to me, man, I think Thunder are going to win that one. To me, though, y'all know I'm rolling with the Knicks, man. Come on, man. Jalen Brunson and got us this far, baby. Let's ride. And yes, I said us because for anybody that knows me knows LeBron's my favorite player. So wherever LeBron goes, I go, but I'm a New Yorker at heart. Tums, that's me, man. I got... Man, first trip I wanted to make when I made it to the league was, can I go to New York City? I gotta go see the Knicks. I gotta go to the Garden. I want to be with Spike Lee. All right, so trust me, man. I got dago pictures of my little lady, man. We at there in Madison Square Garden, holding a little baby, like, hey, baby, you here now? You at the Mecca? All right, you at the Mecca. So the fact they in this thing, and I like the fact they had to go ahead and beat Boston first. Now I know Boston got banged up, all right, and it is what it is. But to me, I like the Knicks, man. So I'm rolling with Jalen Brunson and company, but don't sleep on Hallie, man. All right, what the Hallie with the big joints. You know how he back be hurting sometimes, man. Yeah, that's going to be a vibe of a series, though, man. But for me, I like Jalen Brunson, man. I'm going with the Knicks. And it's cool, too, because we get a chance to see my man Big Cat going against his old squad. And then you got Julius Randle going against his old squad, man. And we know this for, the punch your ticket to get to that NBA final. So I think that series is going to be must-see TV. I think that is going to be a ton of fun, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. But yeah, don't be surprised when I pull up. I got my Knicks socks that I had to get when I was in New York. I got Knicks hat, I got all type of Knicks stuff, man. All right, Knicks balling shorts. Yeah. I've been trying to just keep it over there because, like I said, when LeBron is playing, it's always LeBron. Always LeBron. Don't ever get that twisted. But when LeBron is not in the equation, oh yeah. New York, come on, man. Hey, New York. Y'all see how them New York cats have won on top? Hey, bro, don't get it twisted, but heck yeah, man. So shout out to my Knicks fans out there, man. And we will see if they can go ahead and do that, all right? But don't jinx it. I ain't gonna jinx it, all right? Can't get too excited about it. But let's get it. Kenneth Moses stole me out. He says, yo, you need better role models. Man, cut it out, man. All right? You see how some of these people be out here in the news, man. My guy, Bron, I'm knocking on wood. He's still holding me down, all right? He's still holding me down. So shout out to Bron. Leave me alone, man. Let's go. All right. Justin Gordon just pulled up with a super chat on the back, and he says, and I do appreciate you for that. He says, coaches in Denver made Marquette King change up his kicking style, and it ended up leading to his exit out of the NFL. And what he's referring to is in the interview, obviously when me and TG were talking about Ashton Jeanty, in college, he had more of a upright, neutral, standing stance that looked like Michael Myers, right, from Halloween. But Chip Kelly, who is his new offensive coordinator with the Raiders, has came up to him the first day and told him, basically switch his stance up, and he thinks he'll be more productive. I'm 50-50 on that. I'm a big believer in, man, do what's comfortable for you as a player and do what's going to make you your best player. But at the same time, I can understand from a coach's perspective when they say, listen, I've watched, I've studied, I've done so much research on this. I'm not telling you this to mess with you. I'm not telling you this to just pick with you. I'm telling you this because I truly feel it is going to help you, and not just help you right now, but it's going to help you in the long term in terms of extending your career and being the most productive player that you can be. I'm torn. I'm so torn with it, man. And honestly, we don't see a lot of dudes have success standing straight up. Typically, that's that half second that we're talking about in a game of inches. And with so much speed, you don't want to do a lot of wasted movements. And that's what we say, man. You forget about looking cool. Make the play. Look cool later. When you get to that stage, man, you're in a great spot. But for right now, make the play. That's the energy that I kind of get. But at the same time, I can understand, man, when you've been doing this and you put up numbers that were historical at Boise State with this particular style, it's very tough to ask the dude to change that, man. But we did see the impact that it did have on Marquette King. So I like it, man. I can see what you're on, man. All righty then, man. But yeah, we are on the back end. But yeah, I guess I was ready to get up out of this thing. But I'm going to spend like 2 more minutes real quick because I know y'all saw it too, man. All right. Hard Knocks. We're not going to talk about it all the way. We're going to talk about it later. But y'all saw that Hard Knocks announcement, baby. You seen it. You know what time it is, man. I was excited about how Hard Knocks, the evolved version of all 4 divisions, went last year. So I'm just saying I might be excited. Y'all going to have to wait till Monday, though, all right? I'll cut up with you then. I guarantee you the right way there, man. But yes, oh baby, you sure what I need to see. But with that being the case, man, that will conclude today's show. But hopefully y'all enjoyed it, man. And if you did, hit that like button. One time for the culture, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Y'all stay safe out there. We know it's Memorial Weekend, man. Wherever y'all gonna be at, man, make sure that y'all doing it the right way, man. Celebrate the holiday the way it's supposed to be celebrated. Remember those that we've lost along the journey, but more importantly, man, for the people that are still here that you can be celebrating with, man, turn up, have a blast. Please be safe and smart, all right? But you already know the drill, man. Don't forget, until next time, baby. Peace.